Hey, you guys, it's me again. Just need to do this video really quickly. This is extremely important. If you've ever read Revelation and the seals, at first they seem a little confusing. Again, I get it. This is the point of the awakening. There's people who probably can get this better than me. Here's the point. The first seal is described a certain way, okay? These signs for us to look at are in the heavens. God put them there for a reason. Obviously, because of certain things like, them using cloud seeding and stuff like that. And then top it off, how many of us can read it, right? It's a lost thing until now. And this was meant to happen. Today's the 25th. It's Christmas. I get it. Jesus was born on a different day, but it's still celebrated as a Christmas, mostly around the world, as a celebration of Christ. That's a good thing. The first seal is the sun on the horse. That's put a link in here to God a Minute. He describes this a little bit better, but it matches perfectly the description of the first seal. Okay? So Christ opens and reveals the horseman of the apocalypse. Now, this is when he comes to conquer. And it took me some time to understand that, because the way our brains are, and then just other stuff. But you got the bow, right? You got the white horse. It's a horse. It's a visual representation. You got the bow. The crown is right here. There's your crown. So it's all there. But here's where it gets really interesting. As you move through time, you notice these other planets? Okay. We're going to go day by day here. And you're going to see Mars bypass Mercury, which is really cool. Bypasses Mercury and heads into the horse. The bow was the second seal. The red, right? The red horse. The red planet moving into the horseman. It's beyond comprehension. Okay? I would go read the seals from the King James Bible. And then you got to go through Daniel, and you got to go to and fro in the Bible to understand what these things mean. Okay? I mean, if you're paying attention to the world at all. Okay. Then, what's cool is Mars bypasses Mercury. So Mercury kind of sits there for a minute, right? Who controls all of this, right? We move forward again. The next planet, hello, whatever that was, moves into the bow. So you still have Mars going on. Now you got Mercury. And at first I thought maybe Mercury was pestilence. Technically, this would be the third planet, or the third seal, right? This would be the first seal, is the sun. Second seal is Mars. Third seal is Mercury. So if we go, we got famine. What's interesting about this is, and how I got to this, I've had a lot of dreams. I even had a dream of a white light coming towards me with a horse in the center. That was it. That was the dream. I've had dreams that I kind of slowly figured out, that represents money and the cost of something, okay, going up. So with the balance in his hands. Now we assume that's going to be the balance constellation, and there could be something there I'm not seeing. But the third seal is a particular, which is Mercury. Now you think that'd be pestilence because Mercury, but silver, right? Mercury is silver. Silver. So it's a silver reference, the cost of things. Silver representing cost, money, things like that. I don't know for sure. If you go to, where did I see it? There we go. This was kind of interesting. It's not this part you ignore. To some extent, and this part you ignore. It's not really about this, okay? It's about this, because this is the Hebrew lettering. So Mercury, we need to find out what that is. Resh, which isn't that Rosh Hashanah? But I like the pay thing was Venus, which I thought was interesting, because Venus is coming in right after it, right? There's Venus. And there goes another comet. So you got Mercury, which is going to be cost. Okay, so I'm guessing that's going to be... it's kind of interesting because famine, because of the cost of food, it's going to cause a famine. Now, just say a black horse. But at some point, the moon, okay, in his hand... The moon is over the hand of the horse, and it's a new moon, so it's black. It looks black on here, at least. I'll try to show it. I saw it really good the last time. And it could be the time too. And then we'll move. Wait for the moon to come in. Let me go back. Oh, you got the Pan star coming in too. Isn't that interesting? Pan. For those who are kind of awake, you know what I'm talking about. So probably another pandemic. Here's the moon. See how it's darkened on the hand? Right? That could be referring to, because again, we don't know if the moon is referred to as a horse. Okay? It just it just seemed weird that Mars just bypasses Mercury and Mercury waits and then Mercury comes in and Venus is last. Again, I don't know. The easiest ones, of course, is the Sun. The second one would be Mars. Those are the two easiest ones to figure out because of the red planet. Mercury is either a reference to poison or to silver cost. Then you have Venus coming in, which it should be, let's see. And it's 4 certain seals that deal with horsemen. The 4 horsemen. This is going to set up, okay, it's going to set up for the Great Tribulation, which is the halfway point. So in 3.5 years from, I guess, next year, 27, will be Great Tribulation. And again, this is all speculation. I'm just going, it just kind of fascinated me. My brain is just overwhelmed with a lot of stuff right now, and I had to get this out there. So anybody who understands this better would probably get a much better result. But we know there's 4 seals. We have 4 particular things in the horse. There's a 5th, which is the moon, and that shows up as well. It shows up on the hand for some reason. That could be potentially the mark coming into play. Don't know. I don't know that part. I don't know enough about that part. And I don't know what Venus represents, besides pay. That comes in. It's like a handoff. You get authority, you get authority. That's exactly what it says in there, like hands over authority. And what's interesting is now Mars hanging back. Mercury's coming into that part. And now Venus is coming into the bow. Okay? But these two are still here. So they haven't left yet. They're still here. And now Venus is there. I don't know. It's rocky body. I don't know what Venus looks like. Is it pale? And this would be the 4th horse. So here you go. The 4th horse would be pestilence. I don't know how you connect Venus to pestilence. Quick time frame. I'll have to do. Somebody else do some research on that. It would be a quick video. I saw it and went, oh, well, oh, there we go. There's pestilence, Pan star. There, okay, down here. How that's connected to, but again, that would be a horseman, and it's connected to this. 125. It would be in January. So a lot's going to happen if this is accurate, and that is the seals, and that's how this is supposed to look, and this is what God was describing. What Jesus was describing. But again, it takes time to understand these things, and I get it. I don't know anything about this program. I don't know if it's legit or not. You would have to be able to see the stars and match it up. What I mean is, if you had a big telescope and you could go, oh, okay, this is in this constellation, and it matches up with this program. It's the only way you can verify it. Or if you're at night and you know a particular constellation, you can watch the moon and, oh, okay, the moon's in this constellation. Let me check it on Stellarium. If it matches up, then it's legit. If it doesn't, then obviously it's not. So that's all I have to go on. Count it with the dreams. Count it with the 7-year journey. I can't write it off, and I had to get it out there. It's possible today, Christmas Day, is the first seal being broken. Now, pay attention to the world of what's going on and just get yourself right with Christ. And you've got to get to the point where you're not afraid. And I know that sounds almost impossible, but it actually isn't. When you understand the bigger picture of things. In the way of other stuff, there's other people out there who can look at so many different things. So, and I get it, there's a lot of constellations out there because they keep adding stuff for a reason. We know why. To make it very confusing. But it makes sense, right? You got the going into the Scorpion. Interesting, huh? I wonder how long. Do all 3 stay in there for a bit? No, okay, so they move out. And then they're out. Now, you've got 3.5 years before Great Tribulation. But what's interesting is the eclipse that occurs in April. Pan star still doing its thing. Kitty! Our fox. Whatever. A lot going on here. You have the sun and the star eclipse that occurs. This is the 3rd Passover. The 3 eclipses. which happens in April, which is Passover. 14 is Nisan, by the way, which is Passover. But you have the sun there. This is the fish reference, the 153. It's either harpazo, the gathering up, or something else. We don't know. But we'll go from there. It's a lot. It's just a lot to take in. So just be vigilant, watch, pay attention, pick up the Bible, start reading it. You know, even the thief on the cross at the last second believed. And what did Jesus say? From this moment forward, you'll be with me in my kingdom. He couldn't save himself. There was nothing he could do. So even at the last second, you can still get there. But I think a time of testing is coming. Don't fall away. It's not about this life. It's not about this flesh. It's about what's after it. And millennial kingdom is going to be pretty beautiful. And I think I want everybody there. Everybody. Even the wicked. That's why you pray for your enemy. Because if everybody's there, that's wonderful. The whole world. But we know that's tribulation has a purpose. And if you want me to do a video on that, I kind of have what has really helped me tremendously is understanding the purpose of it. And it's a bigger purpose, and I think much bigger. It's not just fire and brimstone. It's really about saving as many as he can through this process. And of course, you got Saturn and Mars in the pouring of Aquarius. And of course, we got the cups and the bowls, and was it the bowls and the? There's a lot. I need to look into that, but I just happened to notice it. I saw these planets following each other, and I went, oh, and it was because of Mars, the red planet. It's right there. What color is Venus? Is that pale? I don't know. These must be different. Oh, when they do like a filter. Yeah, that kind of has a pale look to it. What are they doing? Trying to change the color of it? Oh, these are filters. Atmosphere. Okay. That makes sense. So is that what it looks like normally? That would be pale. Wow. Who would have thought that it was an actual... Because how do you comprehend that, right? How does your brain comprehend that until you see it? And you go, oh, it's the planets. They're the horsemen. And there's 4, literally. The sun, Mars, Mercury, Venus. Mercury being silver, cost, pay. Price of food is going to skyrocket. You can stock up all you want. It's not going to matter in the end. It's just not going to matter. Do it to help other people. But you can't store 7 years worth of food. And even if you did, it won't matter. Because the 100-pound hailstorm is going to destroy I don't know what. You know, nothing's going to stand. So just get right with Christ and don't worry about the rest. Okay? God will provide. And it's possible, depending upon how that Passover goes, I know God likes witnesses. Certain countries may have to witness certain things and document it. I don't know. But this is going to be, the pestilence thing might go around the world, but certain things are going to be in certain areas. How that works, I don't know. Okay? But thought it was neat. Again, I would, if I wasn't where I was at, I'd be terrified. But because it took 7 years to get me there, and I was stubborn. I was hard to work with. And it's a work in progress. But to get me to the point where I look at this and just see the wonders of God, and it's all there. He created everything. He's in control of everything. He's moving everything around. Eyes to see and ears to hear. Alrighty, guys. Have a good one.